Welcome everyone back to the Alton Podcast. We have returned. My name is Colton, one of the co-founders of Alton Innovations, co-hosted by my friend Austin. How are you doing today, man?
I am doing great, Colton. It's nice to have this show back up and running.
Oh, baby.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. We have a lot of new changes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys will appreciate, I think.
Yes, and I'll run them through these changes. All right, everybody, we are switching back based on your guys' analytics, by the way, I might add. We are switching to long-form content, okay? So the show is going to be like an hour long, but we're also going to edit all of the segments out and into their own videos. So everything will be posted on Fridays at 8 a.m. Central Time. That will be the long-form content and the short-form content. So you guys will get the best of both worlds on Fridays, 8 a.m. And you guys can listen to everything on either YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all major streaming platforms. You guys can check all those out at altonpodcast.com. So with that being said, Austin, how's it feel? How's it feel being back, my guy?
Superb, dude. I mean, it feels fantastic.
Superb. I like that word.
Superb. It feels great being back and talking podcast again, doing this weekly again. It'll be a nice ritual, especially during these quarantine times, man.
Yes.
We're all stuck inside, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I cannot believe it's already been a month to date of recording, actually, since the Illinois and Indiana mandates have went into effect. It's already been a month, my guy.
It's been like 2 weeks for us Floridians. We're kind of slow to the punch.
Yeah, but your governor got with it, so it's okay. But we're not here. We're not here to talk about COVID-19, coronavirus. No. We're here to offer an escape from the common reality the entire world now shares, okay? We're here to have a good time, talk about some kick-ass topics, and get everybody's mind off of reality. What do you think about that, Austin?
We need it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Okay. And just so you guys know, because we are releasing the short form and the long form content, we will skip around. Not skip around. We will offer timestamps in the long form podcast description, so you guys can skip around that way. Or obviously, like I said, you guys can go watch the individual videos or listen to the individual podcasts. Again, everything altonpodcast.com if you guys have a preferred streaming platform. So, Austin, run us through our first topic. Let's go.
Our first topic, Colton. Okay. It's going to be a nice and easy one.
Oh, yeah?
The Discord feature that recently released.
Yes. You ran me through this, but you know more about it than me, so have at it.
Okay. So, everybody keeps Discord up. It's a very common program now. And it's had some bugs over the last few months especially. And, this event that we will not name has put some more taxing traffic on our beloved programs.
Beloved Discord, yes.
Yeah. And so they introduced this new feature, and it goes right next to that voice connected symbol on the bottom left. Very nice. Noise suppression. And it's powered by Crisp. Crisp with a K.
Let me ask you, Austin, is it crispy noise suppression?
Actually, it's silent noise suppression because it works.
So it's the exact opposite of crispy.
Yeah, it is. It's misleading. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say it's superb?
No.
Oh. Now, I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but the new noise suppression is in beta for anyone wondering.
I did not mention that.
Okay, so I'm glad I did. And between me and Austin talking, me as a receiving end of noise suppression, it seems to still have some flaws. It seems like the entry way for the audio is a little, I don't want to say delayed, but it just doesn't pick it up as good as you might assume it to. Aside from that, Austin, have you noticed any other issues with it?
I can't say that I have, and it's a feature that just came out, and that issue that Colton mentioned, we found out while talking today about this podcast, like just before recording this.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we started recording, and I forgot to hit the record button.
Yeah. This is 2.0 recording because Austin forgot how to podcast.
It's been a little while, guys. I'm rusty, okay?
I'll give you slack this time because it's been 3 months, but, moving forward.
It won't happen twice.
We'll see. I'll be sure to let everybody know if it does.
Oh, I'll wrap myself out, dude. Don't worry.
Okay. So, I feel like this new Discord feature is going to be very good. If done right, obviously. There's so many different things you can do with, noise gates, noise suppression, all that when it comes to audio mixing. And, with it being more prevalent during these times, obviously, during the premium pandemic, people, it's a commodity at this point. If this continues to be, a long-term, it's already been long-term. It's been a month already for certain states. But if it, even longer, moving forward, I guarantee you a lot of companies are, their eyes are being opened for the first time to new tech such as Discord. So this can be huge for them if done right.
I do wonder, the only question I had, and I haven't tested it yet, with this new noise suppression idea, is how is it going to work if you have a noise gate pre-set up through Discord?
Yeah, I don't know. But what is noise suppression if there is also a noise gate? Does that just mean background noise while you're talking? Because to my knowledge, noise gate is actually the entry point.
Exactly. So the noise gate is the entry point, and then the noise suppression beta. It gives you a nice description here. It says it makes some noise like clapping your hands while speaking. Your friends will hear nothing but your beautiful voice is word for word is what it says.
That's right.
However, as we noticed talking a little bit ago, it's not picking up your beautiful voice. And I clapped like it told me to.
Yes. Yeah, so but you said you also have the noise gate set up through Discord.
I do, and that could be the issue.
Could be, but it usually never is before this feature even came out with the noise suppression. So maybe there's some conflict between the two features there.
And I got a mic arm.
Oh, yeah.
Too, recently. I just set that up, 2 days ago now?
Yeah.
So, I've changed a lot of stuff. I'm not a good tester right now.
It's okay, because the previous full-time streamer is here to help you, boy.
Yeet.
I really hope that noise suppression works out. I'm glad they said it's in beta, which means people expect it to not work fully, I guess. So that's cool. That they're working on that.
It should be a nice feature once it gets fine-tuned. I think I'm going to like it a lot.
Sure, definitely. I think that's it with that noise suppression beta topic. What do you think?
I agree, man. Let's jump into the next one. I'm ready to go.
Okay. What is the next one? You can take it away again.
Ooh, me again? Two in a row?
2 in a row, my guy.
He's spoiling me after a mistake. So, topic 2 we're going to cover today in the relaunching podcast is a massive pandemic in of itself.
Oh.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Okay.
Animal Crossing.
So, me and Austin were talking about Animal Crossing, right? A couple days ago. He was all like, what is it? Why don't I play it? But why does everybody else play it? And I'm in the exact same boat. This game has taken social media specifically by storm. Streamers by storm. I haven't even, I've heard of the game title vaguely in the past, but now that media is more of a thing, now people are streaming this version. People are talking about this version everywhere. It's even gotten to Facebook. And that's how you know it's a big deal. When your average, but average friends on Facebook know about it. It's like Sims, but animals. That's my take on it. I don't know maybe that's why people like it a lot, because in my opinion, if you don't play games like not PC games, if you're not a gamer, is what I'm trying to say. If you're not a gamer, but you still like to dabble in games, I feel like Sims is what you would play. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because that's kind of, I guess, a commonality for people that aren't gamers but still want to casually play games. It's kind of like Call of Duty. Like, everybody knows what it is, everybody has it, but you don't have to be a gamer to play it. You know what I mean? Hello?
Oh, I didn't know that was me.
Okay.
I saw her.
No, it's okay.
So, side note, guys.
Yeah.
So, we are going to start releasing these. I couldn't find the right word. It was my tongue thing. Unedited.
Oof.
So, mistakes like that, which happen a little more often than I think Colton and I would like to admit.
Facts.
Will be live and unedited. You'll hear it every time.
On the fly.
On the fly.
Everything's
We're not
live
going
now.
to do it anymore. Everything's live. So we think that'll be a little bit nice to have that kind of break, laughing at us make mistakes, doing the content we have, because we know it can sometimes be a little bit, what's the right word here, Colton?
You tell me, because I don't know where this is going.
It's not always the most fun to hear about the new emerging tech and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
So, kind of spice it up a little bit. Change it up.
Spicy. Keep it spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah. So yeah,
Backtracking again.
here we go.
Here we go.
It's all you.
Back on topic.
Yes.
I don't understand Animal Crossing either. And you said that, and, I don't know the point. I looked into it when it became a media storm. I actually had friends on my Facebook feed say that because they're now on quarantine, or because quarantine is looming, they were requesting that the game be released early.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I decided I was going to have some fun, and I wanted to look up to see if I could find a Switch. And I couldn't find one. Anywhere.
Are you saying you were gonna cave and play Animal Crossing?
No.
Oh.
I just wanted to see if I was ever going to cave. I'm not going to cave. It's not happening. But if I was going to, I'd have to buy the console.
Facts.
Would that be possible today?
To buy the console?
To buy the console.
I'm sure it's possible. You just go buy
Not
it.
without a long wait time.
Oh.
Dude, it's not at anywhere. It's not at Walmart. It's not at Best Buy. It's not at Target. I could not find one.
Interesting. Huh.
They're gone, dude.
Dude, that's one crazy thing, is that Nintendo has just always had this vibe, like, it's just a good time, when you're playing Nintendo games. You're not thinking about bad things. You're just chilling. You're just having a dandy old time playing Mario, I guess Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. You're just chilling.
Yeah, and I'm looking.
Yeah.
Straight chilling. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
I thought about getting a Switch, but not for Animal Crossing. The Mario games that are coming out would be so much fun to play again.
Yeah.
And I'm on Walmart.com right now, and they have 7 in stock at this time.
That's it?
That's
on the website?
That's on the website, dude.
Whoa.
And it's the shitty yellow looking one.
What?
Which, if you have the yellow one, no hate. I just hate the color yellow. So
Same. Yeah. I hate yellow too. Again, no offense to any of you who do like yellow. I just don't like it as much as I like blue, green, red, black, literally every other color.
Yeah. So saying that they have 7 left of the yellow one speaks volumes to me, and it's also the light version. It's not even the full,
Oh, really?
It's the light version of the console.
Can we I know the Nintendo Switch came out years ago now, but can I just say that I just hate how the mobile screen is only 720p?
I don't understand why. And when I questioned that, I questioned the Wii. Because going back to the Wii, it was significantly lower graphics than everything else had.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why the Wii didn't do incredible. I know they were trying to do this whole revolutionary gameplay thing.
Oh, dude, you're insane. The Wii was the craze that holiday season. Everybody had to have it.
Everybody had to have it. I mean, I was the household that had it.
Same.
But
we
played
actually
it
went
for
through
like 2 weeks and quit. Yeah, I played it for 2 weeks and quit.
Mm. Not
because
the same.
my PlayStation graphics were so much better. And
yeah.
when I'm sitting down, like when I play a game, I want to relax and sit down. I'm lazy.
Fair enough.
It's bad.
And then
And I'll
PC
admit
gaming
that
came
bad.
up.
Oh, God.
Ooh, baby. And now we're gamers, Austin. We're gamers.
And gamers, anybody that plays a game is a gamer.
Yeah.
If Animal Crossing is your game, if it's your go-to, if it's what you love, tell us why. Let us know, hey, this is why we like this game.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played it, and I'll admit that. So there could be things that I just don't know. I haven't watched any streams on it. I don't see the appeal, and I do like Sims. So I'll play Sims for hours.
Yeah.
I don't think I can play Animal Crossing for more than 20 minutes.
Let me tell you something, Austin.
Okay.
Animal Crossing has fishing.
Has fishing?
Yes.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that caught my eye.
What is it with you gaming and fishing, dude?
Dude. It's fishing.
And?
It's just so relaxing. You just sit there and look at the water and do nothing. It's just
and do
like
nothing.
Solitary.
So you could buy a fishing pole from like Cabela's.
Yes.
And get a tackle box with bait and hooks and string.
Yeah.
And cast your line in water.
Yeah.
Outside. And it'll accomplish the same thing.
You want to know the one flaw in that?
What?
It requires me to leave my house. I mean, dude, I bought Black Desert Online, not because you wanted me to get it, but solely because you mentioned it had fishing.
It has fishing. Guys, he was so happy. Like, I was trying to get him to buy it, and he said, no, I'm not going to play it. I don't need it. It was kind of this battle.
Yep.
And then I thought, oh, it has fishing. Sold. He bought it.
Instantly. Instant buy.
Instant.
Yeah. Now, the only reason why I have not bought Animal Crossing to solely fish, mind you, is because I do not have a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, so he would cave if he had the console.
Listen, now that we're talking about fishing, I'm starting to think twice about it, Austin.
I can't.
Wouldn't you?
No.
No? Okay. How about that PS5 controller? Would you buy that?
No. That was a nice transition there, buddy. I'll give it to you.
I'm telling you, man. I'm a pro at
on
this.
it. He's a pro. Okay. So, obviously, our next topic here is the PlayStation 5 controller.
Yep.
And here's why I won't buy it. I won't buy it because I'm not going to buy the PlayStation 5.
Oh. Interesting. Will you buy an Xbox?
No.
Tell me why.
I've had a PC that I've built customly for about 4 or 5 years now. 3, 4, 5 years, 1 of the 3.
Yes.
And since I've had it, I have not touched my console. Otherwise, I call my consoles now literally Netflix boxes. I turn them on to watch Netflix. That's $300 I spent to turn on Netflix.
This is the correct answer.
Why am I going to buy another one to turn on Netflix? Oh, no, it's not happening.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason why I have a PS4 is because my grandma bought it for me for Christmas. And I'm still highly grateful of your grandma. If you're listening, I really appreciate you. But, and she bought me PS VR for it. So that was pretty cool. Definitely an experience that everybody should try. VR. It's awesome. But yeah, it's awesome. Oh, and it came with Black Ops 3. That was pretty cool. So I played that a little bit. But yeah, I was telling Austin about this new DualSense PlayStation 5 controller. It looks like if Xbox 360 controller, the PS4 controller, and the Wii U Pro controller all had an orgy and had a baby. Facts.
I thought that was a great description.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know if you guys can picture the DualShock 4 in your head for the PS4. It's got the lights instead of being on that front plate in that weird shape looking thing.
Yeah. It's
now on the sides, kind of where the X square triangle circle is and the D-pad. So it's kind of it's hovering over that sensor bar in the middle. It looks like that is still a sensor bar.
Yeah.
As far as appeal, I don't like this in white. That's the picture I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, the black version is 100% better.
Yeah, and
it just looks sleeker. I mean, the white looks good. I would just prefer the black.
I'm afraid it'd get dirty.
The white controller?
I'd be constantly cleaning it.
That's fair.
It looks okay. I'll say it looks okay. And if it was a matter of would I use the controller, do I think it'd be comfy? Absolutely. I think it's going to be a great controller. It is USB-C.
Perfect.
Which, honestly, it's about damn time.
Yeah. Keep up, Apple. All right.
Thank you. More things need to go to that USB-C route. I think that's going to be huge for technology coming up. It does mention a two-tone color scheme.
Not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean because the white version two-tone is not correct on the buttons. Just saying.
Yes. So I think what they are talking about with that is that the DualShock controller, the 4, had a blue and it had was it a white and a red, I think?
Oh, you're talking about, you're saying it's only going to have colors. Oh, I got you.
I know it had at least 2. I want to say it's had 3, but honestly, I haven't turned on my DualShock controller in 2 years. So
yeah,
I could be wrong, guys. Forgive.
Yeah, fair enough. Because you're a PC gamer.
I'm a PC guy now. And, I don't even use a controller for my PC gaming.
Facts. Because a true PC gamer wouldn't.
I mean, trust me, some games will be easier, but I'm just too freaking stubborn about it.
Fair enough. Honestly, it's perfect example. Aside from Call of Duty and obviously stuff like that, The Binding of Isaac is a great game to apparently play on your PC with controller simply because of the movement of Isaac. But like you said, I just haven't gone through the hassle of connecting the controller.
Yeah, and you got to program it, and then you got to do this and that. And
yeah.
If I'm going to do all that, I'm just going to program the buttons on my keyboard to fit my hand better.
Fair enough. Gets rid of a logistical step.
Yeah, that's a different topic.
Yeah, fair enough.
They do have, and one thing I love that they brought in, my favorite feature of this controller is the adaptive triggers, man. Adaptive triggers.
I've heard a lot about that, but I haven't seen any good pictures of it.
So they're not showing a good picture on The Verge either, but you can adjust the resistance of the triggers for different gameplay effects.
Oh.
They also put a microphone.
What? Where?
Yes.
Like just in the controller?
In the controller.
Didn't the PS4 one have that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's nothing fancy, nothing huge. Actually, yes. Sorry. Retract my statement.
All good.
So there is an integrated microphone. They're keeping that from the DualShock 4. I'm happy they're keeping that. I hope they find a way to make the games from the PS5 better with that sensor pad.
Yeah.
that's in the middle there, because on PS4 it was kind of rough to try and hook your thumb up from the joystick all the way up to that sensor pad and have some kind of decent control.
Yeah.
It took some work.
Yeah, and I played Call of Duty, Black Ops 3 on it, obviously. But I never, ever used that, what'd you call it? The pad part?
Like a sensor pad.
Yeah, like the sensor pad. I never used it in BO3, but I used it a lot in the VR version because, like, the game I had, you would have to, like, swipe the star to pick a game or something. So I honestly don't really know why they have it other than making games more interactive, but just regular games, I feel like you just wouldn't use it.
Yeah, and you didn't really. There was a couple games I played that you did. My favorite PlayStation game of all time.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know what it is?
I think you mentioned this a few months ago, and I don't remember what it is.
It's The Last of Us, man.
The Last of Us.
Such a good fucking game, dude.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of
game.
great feedback on that game. My favorite PS4 game, which is actually coming to PC next year.
Ooh, I think I know what it is.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's how I thought it was.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was the Ratchet and Clank series, man.
Ratchet and Clank series.
If you don't know what that is, man.
I know what it is. I was just taken off guard because I've never played it.
What?
I mean, I do remember you mentioning this a while ago. I forgot why we were talking about older games. It's an older game, right?
Yeah, it is.
Right. I vividly remember this conversation we were having about like Atari and shit like that.
It's not that old.
It was because we were talking about the PS4 announcement for a previous podcast, and it looked like an Atari. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah. So we took a portion of that show and talk about our favorite retro games.
Yeah, and you guys would be happy to know, if you guys listen to that show, that this controller, the Sony DualSense, does not look like an Atari controller, so we're safe. we're good, guys.
Do we even know what the system looks like? I don't even think we know what that looks like yet.
So, I haven't looked, and do you want to know the main reason why I haven't looked?
Why?
So, I've learned after certain event that you can't trust the renders that are showed online.
100% facts. You cannot.
Because of the Cybertruck.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cybertruck.
You just can't trust it, dude. It
Oh
looks
my God.
so amazing. And then they gave you some kind of polygon freaking crap, and I mean, I don't know.
I can't. Oh, man. I was blown away when I saw that truck, man.
Polygon's probably the wrong way to describe it, but I just can't think of a better shape.
I mean, rhombus would be the next best one.
Rhombus. There we go. I like that better.
Rhombus, bro. Now, slight tangent. The new Xbox shell looks fantastic. Have you seen it?
No. Project Scarlet, right?
Series X.
Oh, am I behind?
I'm not sure if it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's not. But it looks like a mid-sized PC tower, and I love it.
Xbox Series X. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I've seen this guy.
Yeah.
What was Project Scarlet? Because I know that was Xbox, too.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I don't really keep up with a lot of console
It's the same
information.
thing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, wait.
Or no? Apparently not.
So, I Google Project Scarlet, and first things first, I get like 17 different renders of the same thing. also why you can't trust rendering anymore.
Facts.
So I'm not sure which image is correct. However, it did pull up your X series as well.
Got it. So yeah, I clicked on the
maybe.
Yeah. So Project Scarlet on Microsoft's website, if you scroll down, it says Project Scarlet introducing Xbox Series X. So the Xbox Series X is the actual Xbox, and Project Scarlet was just a cover name. Just like our next topic we're going to talk about, and I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. But yeah, the DualSense 5 controller. Yeah. You know, it's going to be hit or miss. I personally like it in black. Am I going to get a PS5? No, probably not. Because, you know, I'm a PC gamer. PC master race. You console plebs can fight between yourselves. You know, PC gods up here. We're having a good time.
Damn. You know, those so-called plebs, they can now play against you in a lot of big games.
Yeah.
They're going to come after you, man. They're going to know your screen name.
Don't care.
Which is, by the way, CM Shortboy. If you find him, kill him in Call of Duty.
Is that a challenge, Austin? Do I sense a challenge?
Oh, yeah.
My dude.
You know what? We'll bring the challenge to Valorant.
Oh. Project A, which has been uncovered as Valorant. Now, Austin, have you played this game yet?
No.
Okay.
Sadly not.
Now, your boy, a cultured individual, okay, I might add, has played this game, Valorant, okay? Not a lot, so I'm not that cultured. But from what I've played, we can speak on it, okay? You know, I don't want to say it's incredible because it's still in beta. They could change a lot of stuff by the time it comes out, which people are expecting is June or July. But from what I have played, it's great. It's hard as well. It's very hard. I was telling Austin this last night because I was playing last night. And, you know, great game, but if you do not have the first shot, you're not winning that gunfight. I kid you not, these gunfights last a split second. Like, you think gunfights are fast in other games? No. You need to play Valorant. It's crazy how quick your reaction time has to be. And obviously, everybody's comparing this game to CSGO. It plays the exact same way. I kid you not, the exact same way. You walk with shift, you crouch with control. Honestly, the only difference is the maps are different. There's abilities added to players. And what was the other thing? You can ADS with most weapons, I might add, except for, I think, all of the pistols. But it's great. And so the one thing I have found the most interesting is that weapons and armor are stupid cheap. And abilities. So Austin, I'm sure you don't know this yet, but an average round, after an average round, you get about $2,000 to $5,000. But on average, we're looking at about 2,000. Abilities are only 100 or 200. And your average weapon is under 2,000. Austin, let me tell you this. The sniper, the low-tier sniper, 1,700.
Wow.
It's incredible. The AK,
wow.
The AK is 2,900, but it's an AK. But the heavies start at 1,900. It's crazy.
Okay.
And a lot of people are, you know, focused on how Raze needs to be, like, nerfed or whatever. But honestly, I think weapon prices need to be hiked a little bit. Because you're getting your choice loadout after just one round. It's crazy.
When in CSGO, it would take 3 or 5 rounds.
Yeah, like
at least to get it.
If I wanted an Op Deagle setup or loadout with full armor in CS, it would take me at least, like you said, about 3 to 5 rounds, maybe even longer, depending on deaths. I kid you not, you can have that in 1 round, 2 max on Valorant.
That's insane. So I haven't gotten the beta key yet. I've been trying every day. I made a small whoops.
Oof.
And didn't realize that I didn't finish setting up my Twitch account with Riot. So I watched for about 5 days on and off for no reason besides to see the game, which was a cool game.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Feels bad, man.
I'll hopefully get it soon. The game looks fantastic, for being in beta. And to have that classification as beta and to be one of the first games that Riot has taken off and to be the first-person shooter that Riot has created. They've done a stellar job. I haven't seen any bugs. I haven't seen any streamers complain about massive errors.
Oh, yeah. I can confirm I have felt or seen 0 bugs, 0 server issues, none of that.
Splendid job to Riot for doing that. That's insane.
And those 144 tick servers, ooh, baby. Oh, my God. Beautiful.
Yeah, they stellar job. Amazing. I can't wait to play it myself. To go back to your comment about the abilities being so cheap, I think there's 2 reasons for that. One, I feel like Riot wants you to have your character, and they want you to be able to use that ability every round. Without impacting the total gameplay. Now, I will say that most of the abilities that you would buy are, your standard smokes, maybe an incendiary type of scenario, or ability, I should say. And then the other 2 obviously take a little bit more to power up, especially your ultimate. Yeah. And secondly, I want to say that they have these so cheap because they want to have them used often, if not every game, to truly test those bugs and those
That's fair.
Animations. They want to see those animations out, played out as much as they can.
Yeah, it's completely fair that everything we know today can be entirely changed by full release in 2 months.
Absolutely.
So, but, from what they have done already, it's solid. I think there should be a little bit of fine tweaking in certain areas. Again, I think weapon pricing is pretty viable. The weapon pricing is very similar to CSGO, but how quick you get money, I should say, should be lowered.
The economy system, when I saw it, I'm saying way too much in this podcast. I am so rusty, guys. I am sorry.
Honestly, I have not even noticed it until you just mentioned it, so you should be good.
I just did it again. Damn it.
We're back at it.
We're back at it. What's the word I'm looking for? The overlay for how you buy guns, armor, all that stuff. It almost looks like it's revamped and it's new styles and stuff like that, but it almost looks like a copy paste from CSGO.
I highly disagree because CSGO is a circle with nested layers versus Valorant, which is every weapon on the screen at the same time and you just press it.
The UX is different, but the concept directly the same.
Well,
They're getting money after rounds. The economy is there, and the guns.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a copy-paste of CSGO. I'm not going to argue with that.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was trying to say. I may have said it wrong.
Yeah, you're good.
The gun sharing is a lot nicer.
Yeah.
CSGO, you'd buy the gun, you'd throw it in the air, and anybody could get that gun. At least with this, it's a lot more unified, and it's orderly, and it works.
Yeah. Now, I personally have not bought a team member a gun yet, so I don't know how it feels yet. But if I were to have to guess, it would feel pretty decent based on how you buy everything else. Oh, Austin. This might blow your mind.
Okay.
If you accidentally buy something, you can resell it back to the market for the same price.
So does that go away if you leave the window?
This is also going to blow your mind. You don't have to stay in the same spot to buy like in CSGO.
Ooh.
You can walk around and move wherever for the entire pre-lobby for every round and keep buying.
Nice. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be like, League.
Mm-hmm.
That once you leave that item shop in games like ARAM, you can't buy again.
Nope. You get the entire pre-lobby for every round, no matter where you stand to buy. It's incredible.
Okay. Well, let me back up. You can buy again once you die in ARAM, but
well, yeah.
Just you need to be in that shop space to buy
right.
in any 5v5 Summoner's Rift, and you need to be there and in shop before you leave to buy an ARAM.
Right. But yeah, it's very nice, especially coming off of CSGO. It's just nice to have that slight. It's the little things that matter in certain scenarios, and just being able to not accidentally move and not be able to buy for that round is just the greatest feeling ever. And
Colton mentioned the quick reflexes you need. I have been watching these streamers, and I'm not a big Twitch watcher.
Mm-hmm.
I will sometimes, but I'm not huge.
Yeah.
And I've actually been watching these streamers, and they shoot at things that I don't even see.
Yeah.
And they get a kill, and I'm going, how did you see that? So I wonder, that's one of those things like, when you watch hockey for the first time, you can't find that puck.
Right.
But as you watch, you get to follow that puck, as you watch the game. Once you play the game, I'm sure you'll be better at seeing those quick shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, based on the quick reflexes, I've noticed that you can't really snap on your sniper shots. The shot only hits when this little red dot comes up, and it's so weird. Like, you can't flick, really, like you can with the AWP in CSGO, and maybe I just haven't perfected it yet, but the sniper flicking is entirely different in this game. And it's kind of irritating, to be honest with you, because you're seeing all these shots that you're going to be hitting in CSGO, but you're just not hitting them in Valorant. Now, granted, two entirely different games. One is obviously going to play slightly different than the other, but it's just a little weird how you can't really flick sniper shots in Valorant.
I haven't seen any streamers do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could have been looking away at the time that they have, but I've noticed most of them are running on automatics.
Yes.
I'm not seeing a lot with snipers yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be because of that. Maybe they just haven't figured out the mechanics to do a quickscope.
Yeah. Dude, it's insane.
And I'm okay with that, because honestly, quickscoping in that game, with gunfights already being so quick, would be aggravating.
Yeah. Oh man, what was I just gonna say? Something else came to mind. I can confirm that the knife does make you walk faster.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people don't know that yet. Man, what was the other thing? I totally forgot. Oh well.
Well, he lost his stock, guys.
I completely lost it. Yeah, no idea.
That's okay. So I gotta ask you one big question, and I need to stop saying because it's gonna drive me insane.
Okay.
Did you get any skins yet, man?
No. And that's the other thing that irritates me, is when you go into the collection and click on the skins you want, it doesn't tell you how you can unlock it. It just says it's locked. So I would imagine that you get them either by ranking up or just flat out buying them. But I looked at the shop, and I don't think you can buy every skin. They're doing like these same skin for all weapon bundles, but I'm not seeing all the individual buys like you would probably expect from Riot compared to other games like League of Legends. So I'm not entirely sure how that works yet.
It's going to be interesting how they run skins on Valorant. I'm very curious, because it took them I want to say 8 years
Oof.
to get skins on League
What?
to be able to be purchased
Oh,
in the game without actual currency.
interesting.
8 years.
What do you
I don't
mean?
think it wasn't. So before Season 8
Uh-huh.
came in, you had to buy skins with RP, which is actual money.
Right.
Now you can get skins by getting the shards
Right.
for the skins. You can get a skin shard from a Hex Tech chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can convert that with orange essence, which you get from breaking other skins and getting chests open and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then you get that skin for your champ.
Okay. So you're telling me you cannot buy skins with RP points?
You still can if you want to.
Okay.
So, but they made an option where you don't have to pay to get the cosmetics.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And I can confirm that there are 2 currencies in Valorant as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine they're taking the same route as League of Legends for skin buying.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to make skin buying a little bit easier, I'm hoping, for Valorant. Because when I see gun skins, I got to get them all.
Yeah, they need more, by the way.
They'll get more, don't worry.
I need more.
They're skin happy, and they've done a lot of community skins.
Oh, that's cool.
People from the fan base have created skins.
Yeah. Just
If
like
you have a
CS.
second, if you look at Darkstar Cho'Gath.
Darkstar Show. Wait, you want me to look at this right now?
Yes.
I shall look. You said
That was a
Darkstar?
fan made. Darkstar Cho'Gath.
Shogoth.
He's not a League player, guys. Give him a second to figure out the spelling.
Okay. I'm not looking at League stuff.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I got you, man. I got you.
I'm looking at Gothic Belly Dancing Dark Fusion Darkstar Dance.
So, whatever you Google search, delete it off your history, because I think you're in the wrong spot.
I'm definitely in the wrong spot.
Okay, I'm gonna link you. I gotta help out Colton here, guys. Hold on.
Oh my god, please.
Right there.
Okay. Click this. Okay. Darkstar. Oh, that is not how I spelled that third word at all. There was even an apostrophe in there. Bro, what?
Yeah.
So what skin do you want me to look at?
All of them.
All
That
of
is
them.
the skin. That I linked you to the images, right?
Wait. Okay, hold on. Forgive me, but what's the name of the champion?
Oh boy.
Austin, you know when I play League, I only play 2 champions.
I know. So the name of the champion is Cho'Gath.
Got it. So Darkstar is the name of the skin, correct?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, I'm looking at it. It looks good. I like it. And I must say, I know Valorant is more of an animated looking game versus CS is more of a realistic looking game. But I do hope that they make some slightly less animated looking skins because it's just like Overwatch. Everything's animated. And really the only good skins, in my opinion, gun skins on Overwatch were the gold and like blackout ones. I'm more of a realistic looking person with cosmetics versus animated. It's the other reason why I haven't bought a Garen skin. But that's kind of another story because I also don't really look at Garen because he's so tiny on my screen, so I feel like it's a waste of money. But that's beside the point. But I can't wait. More cosmetics. Give me all of it.
More cosmetics. And I agree. It looks a lot like Overwatch. I don't know if I haven't played it, so I can't tell if it feels like Overwatch.
Oh, no.
Overwatch
No,
had that
no,
fast
no.
pace.
It does not feel like
Kinda.
Overwatch.
Good. I'm kind of happy to hear that.
I'll give you the rundown. It looks like Overwatch and CSGO combined, but it feels solely like CSGO.
Okay.
Minus the abilities, obviously.
That's nice. It's like a futuristic CSGO. I like that.
Sure. I guess you can call it
I
that,
like
yeah.
it. That's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, it's good. The abilities definitely adds for a unique aspect. And I cannot wait for you to see how these abilities are, brought into the game. Like, some of them, you call them on, like, a wrist, like your wrist, like you hold it up and there's, like, a little computer, and then you, like, call it on certain parts of the map. Some of them you don't even throw in front of you. It's incredible.
That's insane. Would you call it impeccable?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going there. All right, guys. I guess we can call this season 2 of the Alton Podcast. Does that mean we need a new word?
I think we need a new word, Colton.
What was the first word before impeccable? Wasn't it something else?
My first word was massive.
What was it? Sorry?
Massive.
Massive, that's right. Okay, no. My first word was impeccable, and then I think I switched to incredible. I think that sounds right.
So you gotta keep with those eyes, man. What's another good I word?
The eyes. The eyes. Give me till next show, or the end of this show. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
So, is there any more you wanted to talk about Valorant, my guy?
I think we covered the big stuff. Everybody's been watching right now that wants to play.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that they're not going to shut down beta.
Yeah. They haven't confirmed it yet. But
they
did confirm that they're going to be rolling out a ranked thing in the next coming weeks. Which means the beta at minimum is going to be live for at least 2 more weeks. Plus probably another week or 2 of actually getting the data from the beta. So at minimum, we're talking mid-May this beta is going to go till. So people are just assuming it's going to be in beta until it releases in June or July.
And that would be so nice, because in beta, I'm totally okay with me not being able to play for a few days while they compile data, while they do massive bug fixes, while they take the servers down.
They've already done that too, which is incredible.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I expect my game to go down when it's in beta. It's just what happens. So, but to bring it back up to get more data just shows that they want to bring a very good game to the platform. They want to have another phenomenal game.
Yep.
I hope, League of Legends has been around for 10, 11-ish years, maybe more.
Still holds up too.
Still holds up very well.
Yeah.
So the fact they made that is a fantastic feat. So they're trying to do the same thing with Valorant.
Yeah.
I just hope the toxic community doesn't carry over.
I can confirm that teabagging has been reintroduced into this universe. It honestly pisses me off.
Well, they added emotes in League and did the same freaking thing pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a massive, teabag.
They have animated sprays.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, kind of cool.
Okay, a lot of games have taken that spray approach. Call of Duty, Overwatch, CSGO had sprays, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's kind of a more popular topic now, huh?
I mean, it's just another cosmetic. I mean, it's whatever. It's not like gun skins, but one thing I don't think I've seen yet is character skins in Valorant.
That was my next question, actually. Is there character skins?
I haven't looked into anything in that regard, especially because I only have unlocked half of them.
Slacking.
I mean, let me rephrase it. I haven't unlocked any. I think there's either
harder.
8, 9, or 10, and default unlock is half of them. So, I don't know. I have played all of them in the practice arena. Luckily, my main is a default, thank God. But yeah, it's, I expect them to add character skins because, like I said, the feeling is so animated, why wouldn't they? So, what I'm trying to say is, after everything we've discussed about Valorant, I like where it's at, I like what they're doing to make it better, and I cannot wait to see what full release looks like.
It's going to be massive.
Oh, yeah. And because it's Riot, I mean, it's going to be free. Duh.
Yep.
They've already confirmed that, so that's even better.
And that's the best thing about Riot is, these other companies that have made really massive mainstream games still charge for their game.
Yeah.
Every year, whatever they release it as.
Yeah.
And League, or Riot, the company itself, has never tried to do that yet. Mm-hmm. Their games are free because they make them well, for the most part. Like, League has its issues. Every game does. But they make it well, and the fan base stays, and the fan base puts money into the game.
Yeah. I mean, TFT alone was one of the most successful free game launches I have ever seen.
Look at the CSGO economy. You spent the market to buy different skins in CSGO. Yeah. You can spend hundreds of dollars.
Oh, yeah, easily.
In that economy. It's insane.
Half the time, it's just worth it to buy the skin. But that's also because the skins are based on actual market value. You don't just buy them from the first-party store. You actually buy them from users. So that's another thing. Because theirs is all, gambling-based, and, it has its own market value because of the user base, the community.
Colton should know. He was hooked for a little while.
My darkest times. Great times, honestly. Some of the most fun I've ever had. Now, everybody listening, gambling is okay if you use money that you don't mind losing. It's as simple as that.
Life lessons from Colton, guys.
There you go. Life lessons from Colton.
Life lessons.
All right, next life lesson. Should you buy the iPhone SE 2.0?
That sounds like a question, not a lesson, Colton.
The answer, from what I have read and seen, the answer is yes.
Wow, that's not an answer I expected. Okay.
And I'll tell you, the only reason why it's yes is because how cheap it is. I never thought I would say Apple and cheap in the same sentence.
I agree.
The company's coming around. All right, time to invest. Okay. So, for everybody that does not know, if you live under a rock, the iPhone SE was the most successful iPhone of all time in terms of, units sold, I believe, is what the statistic is. As you guys probably also know, the iPhone SE has not been out, the last and only model, I think, came out years ago. And by years ago, I mean it's probably been close, if not over 10 years now. And, everybody swears by it. One of those people being my sister. Simply because it's a small form factor phone that just gets the job done. And they took an interesting route this time. They actually priced it a reasonable price. What do you think?
That's unheard of for
Yeah,
Apple.
and, before I ask you what you think, the new iPhone SE starts at $399 with the A13 Bionic chip, a 4.7 rectangle display, so not edge-to-edge display, and 64 gigs of storage. And let me just look real quick at how many gigs of RAM, because that's an interesting factor we need to discuss. RAM. I'm not seeing any RAM. Let me Control F this real quick. Control F. Hello?
That's a doggo, guys, if you can hear him. Ooh. He's been barking throughout the podcast.
Well, I haven't heard him.
Welcome to Unedited, guys.
At all. So I think he's all right. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. I'm not seeing how much RAM. Maybe it's under memory.
Yeah, they did memory.
Memory. Still nothing. I mean,
really?
If I had to guess, because of the price, it's gonna have 4 gigs of RAM if I had to guess. Maybe 6. Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything. How is that not one of their first stats under... It's a little weird.
You know what it might be, Colton?
What?
And I hate to say it.
What?
is this going to be one of those phones that's just too good to be true? Did they jip out on the RAM?
Are you asking me if they put 2 gigs of RAM in this thing?
I think they may have put 2 gigs of RAM in this thing.
There's no way.
If it's not listed, I get suspicious when companies don't list data that you always look for. So when you look at phones, you look at camera pixels, you look at screen size and resolution, battery life, RAM, and processor. I mean, that is the in storage space.
Yeah.
That's the meat and potatoes of any phone you buy.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I just found an article. When was it written? When was it written? Tell me when it was written. Hello? How are you going to be a blog posting company and not put dates and times on your articles? Trash.
Trash.
Okay, give me a comparison here. AppleInsider.com seems reputable. Give me RAM, memory, something. Please. Are you kidding me? You're kidding. Nobody lists it.
I'm looking through the Apple site right now that took a very interesting scroll approach. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I hate it. Terrible UX. Saw that earlier. Okay.
So give me a while to
I found
scroll
it.
through this beast. Oh, you did? Okay.
So, it's to be announced, which irritates me because pre-orders start the day you are listening to this podcast. So, how are you going to be TBA on one of the most important aspects of the phone? For reference, the iPhone 11 has 4 gigs of RAM. It says allegedly next to it. Wait.
That's kind of weird.
Wait, are you telling me that Apple has never released their memory capacity ever? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, now that's shady, Apple. Huh.
Well, this is the same company that took off some reviews.
Oh, yeah, I remember that time. What a time.
Yeah. What a time.
So, I do want to run through a couple other things. It does run iOS 13. It's a 1334 by 750 LCD 4.7-inch display. Up to 13 hours of video playback because Apple likes to talk in sentences and not numbers. It does support wireless and fast charging. And you have 3 storage options, 64, 128, 256, with a lightning charging port. So they are still not on the USB-C train for the iPhones. Cameras have a slight downgrade, but that's what you're going to expect in a budget phone. Made out of aluminum, not stainless steel. That's okay. Comes in black, silver, and red. IP67 rating. And yes, it has dual SIM with eSIM. So, with that being said, what do you think, Austin? Starting at $399.
So, $399. That's a great.
Oh yes.
Great price point. I think it's
Yes,
especially for today's smartphones. I mean, even Samsung and Google Pixel, they're not hitting those numbers right now. But there's a but.
Ooh, I like butts.
Yeah. The Samsung Galaxy S10. I just wanted to check my facts here. I went to their site real quick. They are doing 36-month financing right now, $1,639 a month. Apple's doing about 9 and some change, right, for this phone?
Actually, when you click on everything and go through the onboarding, it actually says $1,662 a month.
Okay.
But their payment plan might be lower or less months, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. And then the phone is $589.99, which is what I got my S10 for, with eligible trade-in.
Yeah.
And this phone has up to 12 gigabytes of RAM. So right there, it tells you how high you can achieve.
Right.
This does that with storage, but not with that, and that bugs me, as it bugs you, I'm sure. One nice thing I'll give to them, though, is that it is going to come with 4K display. for the price point, that's pretty good. Now I wonder how that 4K display is going to affect that battery.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually didn't see anything about battery as well. Let me backtrack here and see if there's anything for that.
But it's a smaller looking phone.
Yeah.
Compared to what's on the market now. So
budget phone.
That would lead me to believe, yeah, budget phone. So it's going to have a smaller battery.
Yeah.
So you're putting that better display on a smaller battery phone.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So I wonder how much that's going to eat at it. It's not 5G by what I'm seeing here.
Not a lot of phones are, to be fair.
That's fair.
Because 5G is still in the making. I wouldn't expect anyone to have all of their all their new devices to have 5G until maybe even 2022.
Thinking that far out, huh?
Yep.
It is going to give you up to 60 FPS.
Nice.
Oh, that was a car in the background.
Yes. I muted my mic, so it's okay. Nobody should have heard it.
I still heard it.
Yes, you did. But the audience didn't. That's a clapper right there.
That's true. The extended dynamic range comes to iPhone SE for more highlight details, up to 30 FPS. That's still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, all in all, would I buy it? Maybe.
If you were on a budget in the Apple ecosystem, would you buy it?
Yes. If I was on a budget, or you know what, if work said, hey, you need to get a work phone,
mm-hmm.
Here's $400, I'd get it.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice little phone to have around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's not enough to convert me to Apple.
Okay.
I like my Samsung, and one day they could get me. They really could.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, the only thing they got on me is the watch. That watch is nice. I got to give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
They need. I can't emphasize that enough.
Ooh. What do they need?
They need to get USB-C.
Yes.
Why do they insist on their custom lightning cable that breaks all the time?
Because it's proprietary, and that's the only reason. And it's irritating, and I hate it.
So, I understand. I do get it. From a business standpoint, they want to sell their product, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But make your product universal.
Fair enough. I mean, they did it with iPads. Like, why can't you do it with the freaking iPhone now? I mean, yeah, it's probably what you sell the most units of, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. I don't know. I mean, they're obviously getting extra money for it. It's obviously proprietary. It's obviously the reason why they're doing it. They just make more money with it. I mean, let's be realistic here. But yeah, I mean, $399 for 64 gigs of RAM. I mean, that's a bit short these days.
64 gigs of data storage.
Yeah,
not
my
RAM.
bad. Memory. I can't speak. But yeah, I mean, starting at $399. And Austin, I think this is actually what you read earlier. It starts at, once my page loads, it starts at $229 with viable trade-in. So technically it's even cheaper than that. And like I said, if you guys are listening and if you're curious, pre-orders start today, April 17th. And I believe they ship 1 or 2 weeks after today. So if you guys were curious and wanted to hop on that. But yeah, I reached out to my sister. Like I said, this was her favorite phone model. And because of the price, she instantly is thinking about buying it. So it's definitely going to be a commodity for some people. I mean, that's a compelling price point because other budget phones these days from huge companies are starting at $500 to $750.
At least. And the public has become so used to buying phones at that price range. Like, we don't even think about it now. We just go buy it.
Exactly. Budget phones this year were the price of top-tier flagships last year. It's crazy how those numbers change in such a short amount of time.
And it's crazy that sales haven't dipped.
Right. I mean, now, actually they have, technically. People frequently buy phones less. Like, for all the people that used to buy phones every year, now they usually wait, like, every other year or every 18 months or something like that. me personally, I buy a new phone when my current one breaks. So, like, if I notice it slowing down on me, I buy one. So, I usually skip a generation because of that, I guess methodology, practice that I do with buying phones. Currently, I'm rocking an S10. Beautiful phone.
Yeah. It's a great phone.
Yeah, definitely the best I have ever had. The edge-to-edge stuff, oof, beautiful. Corner notch, can't complain. But yeah, I mean, I think Apple made a very good play here in terms of how much they price things and actually making a budget phone versus making a budget phone based on today's standards, even their own standards, to be honest with you.
They did a very good job here.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't say it often, but other than your proprietary cable, Apple, this is a great play, and I applaud you for it.
Yeah, honestly, if they upped it a little bit, made it a bigger phone, and put it at $500, I would have to seriously look at both phones.
Yeah.
When it came to my next phone purchase, it would be a tight competitor with the Samsung. I can admit that right now. I don't like how fixed their software is.
Oof, I hate it.
But I feel like I'd adapt in an okay amount of time that it wouldn't be a tragic loss for me if I got it.
Right.
And if they gave me some of the features that I do like from my Samsung, like the USB-C cable, it would be something I consider, 100%.
Sure, of course.
The biggest thing, I think, with this is going to be, are they going to see, well, we probably know the answer to this already, but are they going to see a massive spike in sales of this phone?
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
I mean,
so if they see that spike,
yeah,
are they going to start continuing this trend more often?
So, okay, not only are they going to see a spike because it's so cheap, but people have been wanting an SE 2.0 for years now. Like, years. And it's simply because it is their most sold iPhone unit of all time. And that obviously has some backing to it. People love the form factor. They love the features with the phone. So why not make a second one? And it's super interesting how they make it now when budget phones are more expensive than this. And this is the cheapest budget phone of a top brand in years. Probably 3 to 5 years. This is the cheapest budget phone from, I would say the top 3 competitors in the smartphone space.
Agreed. And you know what? That black, it looks good.
Yeah, let me take a quick look here.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it's like that dark space gray they have with the new MacBooks. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I like it.
It looks solid. And it's got a single camera. They are claiming this is the most powerful smartphone for the best single camera system on an iPhone.
I mean, probably. Because
I believe they're right in saying that, 100%.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's got,
pretty good.
Where is that? Ooh, you mentioned it. Just going to reiterate it here.
What?
The megapixels of the camera. I just saw it. What was it?
It's on the tech spec page.
Is it? Yeah.
I'll run through them. I found him.
Thank you.
So, the front camera, we got 7 megapixels with an f2.2 aperture. And that's the front camera. Let me get that rear camera. That is a 12 megapixel wide camera with an f1.8 aperture with double zooming up to 5 times. So the cameras are decent. They're decent.
I like them. I think it's going to be a good phone. And I don't say that about Apple.
Yeah.
We're pretty heavy Apple critics here.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, very much so.
So, to say that we like one of their phones and we think it's going to do well, which all their phones end up doing well. Everybody buys Apple. We get it. But this phone's going to do superb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good.
100%.
Okay. With that, I think we're gonna wrap up the show, but we have two new things we're gonna do with the podcast. Every week, we're gonna be doing these two new segments, wherever in the podcast, just so happen to go on the back end of this one. We are going to say what our favorite songs have been, or favorite song has been the past week because of New Music Friday. And we're going to do this, I guess, fun little impromptu, what is it called? Activity, I guess.
There we go. That's a good way to put it.
We're going to do a random generator topic and talk on it for a few minutes. Just do it.
Just to challenge ourselves a little bit. Kind of keep us thinking on our feet.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. So, but before we do that, Austin, what song have you been listening to, are looking the most forward to with New Music Friday?
So, the only song, well, one of the only songs, usually New Music Friday comes around and I listen to them and I like usually one or two. I think there was one week I added 5. So usually it's low, very low. But this week, I got to it late. I listened to last week's pretty heavily. This week, I was a little behind the punch.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Let Me Down by Oliver Tree. Had a nice little acoustic part in the beginning, really good.
Okay.
The issue, actually, random topic, I just thought about this, is when we post this on Friday, it will be irrelevant. Not irrelevant. But they won't see the same Music Friday that we saw at this time.
Right. Yeah. We're going to be kind of a week behind, but that's completely okay for the sake of recording and everything.
So we just have to make sure we mention the band name.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's completely fine. So my favorite song with last week's New Music Friday is called Bali by Rich Brian and Guapdad 4000. And it's simply because the beat, first of all, incredible.
It's bopping.
It's popping. Bopping? Did you say bopping instead of popping? I like it. It's bopping.
Bopping.
Bopping. And, it's a typical kind of trap song. It's kind of upbeat. It's there. Guapdad 4000 has been growing on me lately, so all the features and stuff he's in, I've been really listening to. And, Rich Brian, I've actually never heard of him prior to adding this song, so I'm going to be looking into his music a little bit more. So, yeah.
Okay, so that was our New Music Friday segment. Now, we're going to go into the speech generator, so if you guys are looking for this and you want to see what we're seeing, it's called ratespeeches.com is the website, and on there they just have the speech topics generator. You can do 1 to 10 topics at a time. I'm just going to select it to 1, and I'm going to hit generate. Once we do that, I'm just going to say, okay, Colton, the topic is blank. And he's going to go. To make it fair, I'm just thinking about this now. I'm going to copy this link to Colton.
Ooh.
That way he can do the same thing to me and I won't have his response to go to at this word or phrase.
Okay. So what? You want to do 2 different ones, or you just want to do the one and we talk about it?
What do you want to do?
I think
impromptu planning here.
Sure. I think we just do the one and we just tell each other whichever one and we just go on it.
Okay, let's do it. You ready?
Yeah, let's run it. Click that generate button, my guy. Pick one.
I did. Ooh, this will be a good one.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Blackberry.
Electronic
device.
Oh. So I actually just finished Designated Survivor, and I don't know if it's
great show.
Yeah, great show. Go watch it. I actually don't know if it's true or not, but apparently, everyone who works in the White House, their work phone is a BlackBerry. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I hope it's not, because it's a BlackBerry. But Blackberries. They had their time. If I'm not mistaken, they were at one point the number 1 sold phone of all time. And, you know, blast from the past.
Absolutely. You know, the BlackBerry was really around when I was, like probably in middle school, early high school.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more like middle school. So my friends had them. I never did. That's, you know, the big keyboard, like taking up half the phone.
Right.
They do have, so one thing with this generator site is they give you 5 subtopics to talk about. So it's all about Blackberries. I'm just going to pick one here. Ooh, they're all kind of weird in this one. Maybe it's not going to go too well.
Perfect.
Let's see here. Yeah, this isn't going to work for this one. I'm sorry, guys.
Ooh.
One of them, strange experience or encounter with or involving BlackBerry.
You know, that scroll wheel ball was a bit awkward.
Yeah, you know, I guess the keyboard layout was a little... They were so small buttons, and I had fat fingers even back then.
Yeah.
So hitting those buttons, like, one of them was kind of difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call that a strange experience or encounter.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to go with it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, at one time, awesome. Nowadays, not so much. I guess unless you work in the White House. So, you know, Trump, if you're listening, Maine, tell us if you got a BlackBerry. And while you're at it, tweet out the podcast. It'd be great. Please and thanks, okay? Make sure you put the link in there, altonpodcast.com. You guys can find everything at altonpodcast.com. So go to, again, for the third time, altonpodcast.com.
Do it, guys. And, you know, talk about, like, comment in our shows, comment on our YouTube videos, everything. If you find us on Instagram, Twitter, Colton, get on the Instagram account.
Oh, God. I totally forgot about that. We're not going to talk about that.
I got it.
We're not going to talk about it.
Instagram.
Oh, my God.
So, you know, contact us, guys. Talk to us. We have a Discord channel. You know, so come say hi. Whatever you guys want to hear about, talk about. If you think of something that you find interesting, we'll try to figure it out, learn it to the best of our ability, and then mumble about it for a little while. Come say hi, guys.
Yeah. And, you know, again, as I said, not to promote ourselves again, but the Discord link, the Twitter link, and all of the major all of the major streaming platforms that we are on, you can find at altonpodcast.com. And, you know, Austin, that's it. We're about an hour 20 in, and
yep.
That's episode 1 of, I guess we can call season 2.
Hell yeah. And if we get 5 comments,
5.
I'm just going to say this now. 5 comments on either, in total, between our clips and our full show. If we get 5 comments, Colton makes that Instagram account.
I will attest to that. We'll make it happen.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So get on them, guys. Get on.
Yeah. And again, altonpodcast.com for everything, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
See you guys.